them so much. I am running off 4 hours of sleep. Yay me! As of, what, 2 days ago? Or maybe even yesterday, the 28th, whatever. I submitted my application to graduate for the spring semester. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. And did I think that this last semester was going to be easy? No, because the last semester of undergrad was not easy. The last semester of my first master's that I got was not easy. I feel like if anything, the last semester is really when you have a fire lit under your butt. So I am feeling that fire to like meet deadlines, to make sure everything is perfect, but it feels like a lot more heat now because as opposed to my undergrad and even my first master's, which were like projects or capstone projects, this one actually has to be a publication. So yeah, it's now like, okay, you can't just do this work and show the school. You have to now show the whole world that you did this work and that your work is justified and that your work is scientific. That's the scary part, that I'm about to have my very first I'm about to cry, y'all. I'm not a crier, but you know what? If this is how I show my emotions, then this is how I show my emotions. I feel like crying because I told myself when I came into the PhD program before I transitioned out to my master's, how, you know, I would just love to have something for myself. You know, the degrees are for, honestly, this person's gonna disagree. The degrees are for my mom. They're for my mom because she has always like pushed us to like get those degrees. Like that's her bragging rights. My bragging right for me was going to be like the publication. So when I came into the PhD program before I transitioned out to master's, I was like, I just want to get one publication that has my maiden name before I get married. Granted, am I engaged now? No. Is that a rush for me? Absolutely not. But I did kind of think that, or my thought process was that, oh, because I mastered out, I'm not going to have a publication now. But thankfully, that's not the case. I don't know why I thought that either. So I feel like crying because it's such a joy to me that I'm still getting to fulfill something for myself, which is having this publication that will hopefully be submitted in like 3 or 4 months, which you know will not be approved until next year. Don't know how that goes. But to have this publication as Emma in my maiden name, it's really such an honor to me. You know, I did school, you know, I did this whole education degree thing, yes, for myself, but mostly like the degree for the parents' bragging rights. You know, I feel like my whole life I've been doing stuff for other people, and people will say, no, you do it for yourself, you do it for yourself. No, it was all for y'all. Y'all wanted me to be a doctor. Y'all wanted me to go to medical school. Y'all wanted me to do this. Y'all wanted me to play this sport. So I was kind of like, okay, well, what can I give for myself? What can I give to myself? A publication with my maiden name. And I'm very happy that that's going to be something that's fulfilled. You know, when I get married, I give away my maiden name. I'm not doing hyphen. I'm not keeping my name. My maiden name is gone, and I'm now a property of this person. So just to be able to have that for my kids and my kids' kids, and be like, well, yeah, I may be your daddy's wife, but I'm more than just that, because y'all know you ain't gonna sit here and tie me just to some man. I am more than my relationship. I am more than somebody's daughter. I am more than somebody's sister. I'm like, look here, your grandmama has a published article in my maiden name. That's all me. That's all me. I did that. So even though I'm like super tired and sleep deprived, there is like a bit of excitement that's keeping me going with this lack of sleep, knowing that I'm about to have my first publication. I'm so proud of myself. Cheers. Cheers. You better watch that B word. Okay. I wanted to come on here. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Talking to one of my advisors right now, it's not looking like I am going to make that graduation deadline. Just as a heads up, just because someone applies to graduate, like, it's not like undergrad. It does not, well, it is like undergrad, but it does not mean you're guaranteed to graduate. You still have to meet certain requirements. And I do not think I'm going to be able to defend my thesis, this presentation, before the deadline of April 17th, because scheduling, it's not working. One advisor is gone all of March. Another advisor is gone the week before the defense is due. So it was gone from like the 2nd through the 10th. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe we can do it like the day before the defense. And they were basically like, well, you know, I'm gonna be gone the week before, so I already have to cancel classes. I can't cancel classes 2 weeks in a row. So I'm like, I get it. And I can't defend in March because my other advisor is gone in March. So it's like, wow, I really don't have any options. I'm talking to them now though, and I just, like, they asked me, what would your preference be as far as graduation? My preference is to get the heck out of here April 17th, but that's not gonna work. So I basically am saying preference isn't really on my side. My preference would be to defend in order to meet the spring graduation deadline of April 17th. I don't think that's a feasible option with scheduling. So my second preference would be to defend on April 28th or 29th. Oh my gosh, I can't do April 28th because I'm freaking going to Hawaii May 2nd. Oh my gosh, my Shayla. I can't do April 28th. So when you defend, you have a week to make edits, and trust me, you gotta make edits, because with my other master's thesis, I think it took like 2 days for me to make edits. But like, you do your oral presentation and your committee gives feedback of like, oh yeah, you know, we read your paper, we saw your presentation, change this, change that, change that. Most of the time you want 2 weeks to do that. With my situation, if I defend April 28th, in order to like graduate, in order to like not take any more classes, no more research credits, if I defend April 28th, my thesis, my completed revised thesis would be due May 8th. So it would be due 10 days after. But I'm already booked to go to Hawaii. I'll be in Hawaii May 2nd through May 10th. I'm not gonna freaking have my laptop to be making edits. I don't want to put myself in that situation and be like, yeah, I can do it, because I know I won't be able to do it. I know I won't be able to do it. I can't cancel Hawaii because I already paid for it. This is absolutely insane. What can I do? This is where I need to talk to ChatGPT. I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to somebody. I need a therapist. Submitted my response back, and I basically said my preference would be to defend in order to meet the spring 2026 graduation deadline of April 17th, but I'm not too sure about that timeline with scheduling of my committee unless we're able to meet March 30th, which I cannot have this done. I cannot have this done in a month and a half. Not even a month and a half. February is a short month. I would have to have everything done. Like, in order to do March 30th, it would have to be sent to my committee by March, I believe, 15th the latest. Because they need 2 weeks to look over it before your defense. And this is why I have this big old pimple on my head, because I'm stressed. I'm always distressed. I also told this person, this advisor, the latter option of, you know, me defending April 28th through 30th would require me to have my thesis revisions submitted and approved by May 1st, which is not really going to be doable because I have an advisor who's leaving May 1st. So it would technically be like I would have to turn in like April 30th. Yeah, that wouldn't work. I don't know why I said that. And I'm going to Hawaii May 2nd. And oh my gosh, my hair, my face, my stress. Out of all the reasons that I would have thought that I am not going to graduate, I never would have thought it would be because of scheduling. Because we can't find a fucking time in April to meet. This is absolutely insane. And it's February. This is literally like so many reasons why I'm considering dropping out, because it's unnecessary stress. I already have a master's degree. He's typing now. He's probably gonna be like, yeah, I can't do that. What about March 30th? I don't think I can do March 30th. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. It's not funny. I'm trying to laugh to stop crying from so much. I'm about to ask my other advisor. I haven't eaten. I'm so stressed. I mean, it's only 10 o'clock, but I haven't eaten breakfast. I haven't like done nothing. And I hate that y'all have to see me like this where like, oh my gosh, my skin looks absolutely terrible. Like, I don't think my skin has looked this bad, and I don't think it really has. Okay, I'm gonna send the other person now and be like, hey, sorry, March 30th? Let's see. Okay, even though nothing is going my way, but I'm still gonna wash my face again. Even though I wash my face already. I don't care how hell my life is right now. I don't wanna be on camera looking at it, looking like hell. Ridiculous. don't look like a bum anymore. I mean, I still look a bum because I'm dressed like one, but like I feel a little better now that you guys don't see me looking like a dead person anymore. This pimple though is really bothering me, and I have to figure out what to do about it, because it's I shouldn't even call it a pimple. It's like a papule or whatever those pimples are called that are like deep under your skin, because this has been on my forehead for like over a week, so I can't pop it. Anyway, I feel a little better now that I did my hair and that I covered up some of my blemishes. So let's go back to that chaos that was going on out there. So, you know, when I cry again in about 5 minutes, it's gonna be like a pretty cry and not an ugly cry. Sometimes you just gotta give a girl space. I'm cool now. Like, I'm so cool right now. I'm about to start doing my work. Emails shut off, Teams notifications shut off. Sometimes you just gotta give a girl to cry. You gotta let her cry, you gotta let her scream, let her throw up, and then she cool. Honestly, one of the reasons why I don't like crying on camera is not because of how I look, but because I know I'm mentally unstable, and recording it is like confirmation that I am mentally unstable. I am literally Pootie from I Love New York season 1 when he was presenting how I have $32 in my bank account.
Because I'm running from the repo man and my car's sitting in my best friend's garage right now.
And he threw himself down the stairs because they were calling him broke. I am Pootie. And then we went out to eat with the mom and he was shaking. I am literally Pootie. Like, I don't want to watch videos of myself having a mental breakdown and be confirmed like, okay, something is psychologically wrong with me. That's why I don't like to record it. I'd rather just do it, not record it, and then act like I'm normal. Just go on with my life. I just have to give praise for the situation, because yes, even though today is still very stressful, this doesn't make my situation better. It just makes my day better, but not the specific situation of like the committee scheduling problem. But at least I have this break, this little 3-hour break to look forward to tomorrow night. Thank you, Jesus. I cannot wait to show you guys. Good morning, guys. Change of scenery. I know, I am in office. My hair looks insane, but I'm in office today because I tired of working remote. I'm tired of working from home, but also something I'm coming to realize is that when you work from home, there are distractions. So in office, I have no distractions aside from the fact that it is a little chilly in here. That's my only distraction, is that sometimes I'm like, I'm very cold. But I'm in office today also because I have a eye appointment on campus later this afternoon, which I am dreading. If you have ever went to a eye exam, doctor's exam, dentist through a university, like through the university students, you understand how miserable it can be. Yes, it's cheap, sometimes even free, but paying $10 to have somebody poke in my eyeball for 2 hours is absolutely insane. When a professional ophthalmologist where I was going to before, even though I was paying like 4 times more, would have me in and out in 45 minutes max. Now I get to have my eye poked around here for 2 hours. Last time I went to the student ophthalmology on campus, they diluted my eyes, and like they came back and they were like, oh, okay, we didn't put enough in, so we're gonna put in some more. What do you mean you're gonna put in some more, girl? But the only reason why I am going is because I lost my glasses. They've been missing for about a month now, so they are officially missing. Not just like, oh, I misplaced them. I looked in my car, I looked everywhere. Glasses are officially missing, which is not good because I need them for my computer because they were blue light reflectant. And I need them for night driving. So the only reason why I am going to this appointment today is so I could order new glasses. Because I have to get blue light on them, it will take about a week before they're ready. But I'm like, I'd rather do it now than to keep pushing it off, and keep going longer without being able to see clearly. I can see clearly, but at night, it ain't that great. So I have a good amount of work to get done today. I'm hoping that I can find a good stopping point for my work around 12, go to the gym, work out, do a quick like 30-minute workout, shower, come back here because I have my shower shoes, I have my gym bag and everything with my other set of clothes, my shower shoes, come back here, eat lunch, and then finish up the rest of my work before going to my eye appointment. But other than that, it's just a normal day. I also have to update you guys about my graduation. because it's not good news, but it's not confirmed yet, and it's not my fault. That's why I'm like, this isn't like, oh, Emma's slacking again, or oh, Emma didn't submit something. This is literally a situation that, you know, looking back, I wish I would have put my foot down and been like, no, I am not doing anymore. I am done. But I've kind of put myself now in this predicament where my graduation might be delayed from May to August. But like I said, nothing's confirmed yet. I want to wait until I get that email that something is confirmed before I come on here crying to y'all like I've been crying all month. But I will keep you guys updated. Regardless, nonetheless, I'm still defending in April. But it's the graduation part, like when do I get my degree, that's kind of like up in the air. And why does that matter? The quicker I get my degree, the quicker I cut ties with this university. And it seems like they just don't want me to cut ties, which is crazy because I flipped some tables. I am not their star student, so why do y'all want to keep keeping me around? Let me go. Let me go be an adult. Free me. Free me.